Hello, hello, how's everyone going today? We're back. We're back in Cooper County. And yeah, things are looking pretty good. We have done a fair amount of work on the tourist area in the last few streams, so we'll probably crack on with that, see if we can boost up our what's it called, our hotel management thing. What do they call it? Hotel chain. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're aiming for the 15,000 at the moment. Just trying to push that up. I guess trying to get a few more hotels in really is what's probably going to push us there. So yeah, that's been over this end. So yeah, hopefully we can crack on with that. I think last thing we did kind of in the last episode was popped in these, or last stream I should say, popped in these 2 unique buildings. Cleepaw, how you doing? Nice to see you jumping in. You'll try to stay awake. Well, that's all I can ask, isn't it? But yeah, we put in these 2 unique buildings in here, and yeah, I think they're looking alright there. I've still got to figure out obviously what else we're going to do here, and also whether I can make this not be this texture, which yeah, I guess it's kind of like the grass that's ruined, but it's kind of, yeah, I don't know how to get that back to just being regular grass. I can't remember now, so whether that's even possible. So yeah, that's where we're up to. And we did have a bit of a few train issues last time, but I think we've sorted that out. That's a bit choppy there. And apparently we've got this issue again. I think I've got the game anarchy set to kind of do, yeah, this quite slowly, but yeah, I don't think there was much oil there in the first place, so we might turn these off and yeah, figure out what we do here. Is we're almost exactly 100 years into this city. It's probably not that unreasonable that all of this would have dried up anyway. So yeah, we'll just turn these off, and then I think at the moment, I mean, as long as this oil district is still making us some money, that's kind of the main thing. If we have to import the oil, well, so be it, I suppose. Yeah, and it looks like it is still making us money, so we'll go with that. And then I guess we could even add in a few more of these types of buildings that are processing the oil as well, just to boost that up a bit. And then ultimately we might decide that we want to stretch out over the river. I think there's also some up here, yeah. So yeah, we've got a couple of options there, but for now we'll just turn those off so they're not costing us money. Of course, these are all complaining, aren't they? Yeah, it might pay to perhaps get a train a little closer in here. I can see there's a lot of traffic up here as well, which probably isn't helping. This might be a little too far away. And for those of you who also missed last stream, we have this situation here, which is in here to yeah, stop a bug from occurring where all of the trucks will get caught going in and out of here, and they get in each other's way and whatnot. I still don't know why they're U-turning there. I'm 99% sure I haven't made it so that they can't go forward, because maybe if I add a node here, that might help, because they can choose where they're going here and here, but for whatever reason they're not. I might just add a node and see if that helps. I think I can use either one of those tools to do that. That's going to add a crossing though, is it? So we'll just do this. Oh, it didn't like that, but it'll let me do it. So yeah, now they've got a couple of spots there that they can change, and hopefully that will fix that problem. The strange thing is when I actually click this, they don't think that they are doing it. And it's probably not going to show now because it's I've added that node. But yeah, you can see it looks like they're kind of turning right there. So that's a bit of an oddity, but we'll check back on that later and see if that node has made any difference. I think that's what's causing all of this traffic here, to be honest, because they're not behaving in the way that you might expect. So in fact, that looks quite hopeful, doesn't it? It looks like more of them are going past, and this just could be the old AI that's not quite caught up yet. They are merging there, interestingly. These guys are still doing it more so by the looks of it. Anyway, we'll leave them to it for now, and I will check back here in a sec so that we're not so that just in case this traffic does go a little crazy. But what are you waiting for? Someone coming up over there and here. Okay, so they'll get oil soon, and that looks like it's about the same. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we got the same thing here, and as a result, I couldn't figure out how to get this to work. They just still kept getting stuck. So we've turned that one off for now. And over here we also added a little one of the new train, I say little, they're actually quite massive, the train warehouses. So yeah, that's hopefully feeding this commercial area well. And then we added the waste processing complex as well to just help with the waste processing for these two mainly. They kept getting full, so yeah, now they're looking pretty good. So that's great. Alright, so we'll crack on over here, and we were starting to place the decals here, which they're looking pretty good. So maybe we'll start off with a bit of that, just to ease into things. And yeah, I think if I try and do a few of these every stream, it might not be quite as mind-numbing, because I can't, it's just really weird the way these are placing. As you can see, like, it looks like none of them are going to place, but then when you actually place them, they do place. So very confusing, but yeah, we'll do a few of these before we carry on with other things. Hopefully you're not asleep already, Cleepor. I might just try and see if I can. I mean, I only need those really, don't I, here. So I could only do 2 at a time the other last night, but maybe we can do a bit more this time. No, doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. It's yeah, really finicky. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here, or I just thought these decals placed kind of regularly like any other prop type of thing, but let's see what this does, if I can get that lined up properly. Okay, that's a positive start. And I mean, I'm you know, I could do this very painstakingly and try and get it perfect, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't like what that's done though. Yeah, and the other problem is once they're placed, apparently you can't move them up or down, so it's kind of a bit frustrating. So you kind of have to delete them and redo them. I did have a Peggy on my knee then, but she's got down. You're not asleep, trying hard not to go to sleep. Well, you don't have to. You can go to sleep if you really need to. Yeah, what's happening here? Which way? You're going that way. Okay, good. And yeah, the problem is I just don't know, like, it looks like it's not going to place properly, and then yeah, when you place it, it's fine. So it's a bit of an odd one. But then this discoloration here as well is a bit strange. So I don't know if it's just this decal in particular, or whether this happens with all decals. I don't think it does with the base game ones, or rather the ones that come in the packs that I've seen. So that was pretty good though. No shade in that one. Yeah, basically you just have to kind of hit page up, page down, and figure out if it's too high or low. And then once you get that balance right, that's when you've kind of got it. So that there, no, see, I placed it there, but it didn't even place, which is a little odd. Yeah, I think I placed 2 there, and they're not actually going anywhere. So let's try that again. How do I, yeah. If I delete those ones, are there any others there? Maybe not. There is. So I'm gonna try and delete those. Otherwise they're just taken up. That looks like it though. Alright, we'll try again. Get another couple in and see what's going on. It shouldn't be terrain, it should all be flat here. So no, it doesn't want to place there, does it? Can I undo that? I think that undid it. Maybe if I make them... Yeah, I just don't know what to do. Do that? No. I might have to even come back to that kind of section once I figured out what's going on. So we'll do another couple over here. Maybe we'll just get this front bit done. And then I'll stop boring everyone to death, including myself, with that. I might just a bit of light on there. So we'll delete those two. Are there any others there? There are still. Okay, I think we're sweet. So get those two and copy them across to this side. And then we'll leave decals alone. I don't know where these ones are now. There they were. Let's see if I can line these up on this side. Yeah, I mean, theoretically they should line up on both sides, but... which they don't, frustratingly. But yeah, again, we're not going for perfection. Okay, unfortunately they do pop off as you get further out. I mean, I suppose I could... I presume are they props? Or do they have their own options in ultimate level of detail? Nightmorphus, how you going? How you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good one. Oh, you do? Okay. Ultimate level of detail. Let's go with 10,000. See if that is a good idea. You're fine, thanks. Good. Good to hear. I don't know if that... maybe they're not counted as decals. Well, it says decal. I don't know. Or surely that's not 10,000 feet there. I don't know feet very well, but I'm pretty sure that's not 10,000 feet. Anyway, that's fine, I suppose. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll chip away at that each stream, so that we're not spending a whole stream doing decals. All right. So I would like to figure out what to do here. And I might just turn the city's music off as well. And I was thinking we can get some kind of marinas and stuff here, because that would probably make sense. So we could do fishing piers. And there was that one for... this one might be too long though in this location. Where is it? Seaside. The Seaside and Resorts one. Is it in here? It's in this one. Yeah, it's a pretty long one, and we might want to save that to have its own kind of location. However, I think there's a couple of other ones that kind of go on the water that could work. Like this one. Yeah, this could work quite well. I wonder how far back it actually goes. So for example, we could have it here. Doesn't look great with it being so high, does it? So maybe not. It's that big box down there. And it does go a fair way back anyway, so we'll have to... Yeah, we won't go with that one. I would guess that all of them from that pack are going to be similar to that. So what we might do then is we'll go back to this plan. We'll grab a couple of these ones. And... ooh. Oh, that's cool. These little props that come with the hotel and retreats. And must be placed by a road or inside park. I mean, we can make this a park area if that's what it wants us to do. It'll obviously have paths going to it anyway, so... also, I did install, I think it's called better outside connections. Because we were getting a bunch of trains that were just had like 7% usage and stuff like that. So optimized outside connections. So yeah, this will hopefully help with the train issue that we were getting. I haven't actually looked at any of this, but I'll leave it as the default. But yeah, over here in particular, oh, it's come back again. Here we go. So yeah, they're all just coming along, and I have fixed the node up here in the fog, so that's not the problem. They're just going up here and they're just despawning. So what that probably means is that I'm not balanced. I don't have enough commercial to you know, really sustain the amount of industry that I'm or the amount of goods that I'm producing. So I mean, that one's a passenger one, but we'll see with this one. He'll go up here and he goes in there. He despawns fine. He doesn't block anything, but it just takes a little while to despawn, and that ends up making everything back up. But this type of thing, this guy's got just one thing in there. That optimized outside connections is meant to fix that. So I imagine it's just taking a little while to catch up with what was already spawned on the map. But yeah, oh wow, yeah, you should have seen it. I think it was not last stream, the one before. It was backed up all the way over here just from that same issue. There was a passenger train that was backed up to here waiting to go out of the city. So this is actually a rather large improvement on what we had before, and I don't know what I really did to fix that either. I just kind of waited and let them do their thing, but hopefully with this mod it will help stop that type of thing where there's just one container on that train. Most of these other ones look like they're pretty full, so that's good. But yeah, it's frustrating. I was saying as well, usually by this point in the city I have built like a little hub at each of the rail connections to kind of stop that from happening, and I have a little transfer station and prevent the incoming and the outside connections mixing in with the inside connections. But for whatever reason I haven't needed to do that this time, which is good, but that is creating that problem which is interesting. I should check the traffic over here again actually. How are we looking? It's okay. It's better than it was, because it was backed up down the highway before. So yeah, this workaround seems to be working, although they're still doing U-turns in there. I honestly don't know how to fix that. Yeah, the hubs are one of the best options. Yeah, I've used them quite a lot in previous cities, and I find they work really well. Because it just allows you so much more control over what your trains are doing, particularly your passenger lines, because you can just, I generally run the passenger line, single express line from each of the outside connections into a central hub and do it that way. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It does appear to only be that particular outside connection that is having that issue, which is interesting. I don't know why. Like, here's another outside one. I don't know why that one is fine compared to the other one. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think there's one more out here, is there? No, this one isn't connected anywhere yet. So yeah, I don't know, it's a strange one, that one. Is there one out here? That looks like it's a road, is it? Yeah, there's not a lot of outside rail connections on this map at all, actually, which is an interesting choice. But anyway, that seems to be going alright for the moment. Yeah, so let's try put a couple of piers here. So this is a fishing pier. It's not letting me... It isn't a park. Oh, it doesn't have a main gate. Is that the problem? Yeah, of course. We won't charge anyone for this or anything. We'll just we might put the main gate here, actually. This makes sense. Can I... Might just move it back so I don't have to delete it. And so which the small main gate, oh thinks there's a path there, and pop that there, and then I'll just attach it that way. Path. And yeah, we'll do the same thing over here. I should put the price down now so I don't forget. And yeah, we'll just do the same thing here. I'll let this person walk off first. Oh, they're all going down there. Okay, that's funny. Then we'll put a side gate here and we'll move it across. Is that going to work? Oh, this patch of concrete here is a bit weird. There we go. And he's stuck now. There we go. Nice. And then I guess we need something similar over here. I mean, I presume they can just walk off and on here, but yeah, we're not trying to make money out of it anyway, so that should be fine. But I'll put a couple of gates here as well. If anything, just to level it up. Yeah, we're not going to have any problems with entertainment in this area anyway, because we've got so many unique buildings all over the place, but still. So this is the weird key thing that's causing this weirdness. I think if you turn everything off, is it? Yeah. Is it? Can you have angle on? Yeah, you can have angle on. Okay. So maybe we want to have like a plaza, a couple of plazas up here. Whoa, that's the sky. Let's see. Maybe even some of the pedestrian ones. That's all the roads. Gonna fit. Might be a bit big. Yeah. Now that one might go well. It's like a basic plaza or two. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, I would connect that there, but I'm pretty sure they can just walk down there anyway, so that is probably alright. And yeah, so let's see if we can get a couple of like marina things here. And what I'll probably try and do is we'll see what other hotels we can fit in. Oh, they're so high off the ground though. The boats are on the dot on the quay. Maybe we can't have these here. I guess the fishing pier might make sense because that's not. Yeah, that people can still walk under that. So maybe we'll have a couple of those. Actually, what about these ones from? Isn't there a? Is it these that I'm thinking of? The viewing deck? Oh, that might fit really well there actually, does it? No. No, it doesn't. Okay. Scrap that. Oh, these ones maybe. Yeah, these are the ones I was thinking of. Park piers. Why don't we put a couple of these in? Unfortunately, I will try see if I can lower them down to like the lower level, which will work for these, but it just won't work for the ones that have boats on them. I wonder actually if it'll let me like move it out. I guess I could try that. No, see, it's saying there's no road connection. Is that because it's not in the park area though? Having it like that would be perfect. Or yeah, I guess like that. I wonder if I can trick it to kind of make it look like or seem like there's a path going to it. Just try this first. I think it's still going to need... Oh no, that does work. Because technically these keys are paths, right? So yeah, maybe this will work with other ones as well. Which would be great. Rightio. That was, he's got some carbs on him, that guy. Okay. Now apparently he's just floating there. Is this what it's gonna do? Oh no, he's Matrix style kind of gone back down. They're all kind of floating over to it, which is interesting, but I don't know, maybe if that's all I've got to live, like if that's what I have to live with to make things work, I might be okay with that. Let's try and put one of these here and see if we can do the same thing with move it. Yeah, it looks like we can. Yeah, I think that's fine. And it's not complaining. And even that's a little too high, but... Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't ideal. But I think we could probably live with that. These guys going here? No. Let's just check. Yeah, I mean, they are going down onto the bottom section to go there. Let's see what these guys do. Yeah, that's a little bit more normal, isn't it? I love they've got these stairs here and they still just like glitch down the side of the wall. Anyone coming anytime soon? Not really. Yeah, no, they're still just walking across the air. That's alright. Alright, well we'll keep placing a few of these in here. Probably want a couple of these on each side, I would have thought. And maybe some jet ski rental as well. Do we want them kind of closer together? Like they're all kind of part of the same deal. Probably. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to have a look at, was the ferry situation over here. Oh no, that's too close, you can't get your boat out. So that has to go there, okay. Yeah, because I think having a ferry over here would make sense, and I think the new ferry and passenger ship hub would make a whole lot of sense. I wish there was a bit more variation on the prop boats that come on this asset. Oh, but not to be, I suppose. And actually, there was that suggestion to that Spectador had to have some prop boats alongside the quay here, which I think is probably a good one. Boat, no. Oh, we've got decals chosen there. Boat, no. What would these be called? Can I even find them? I don't know. Prop. Boat. No. What else could they be called? I don't know. Don't really want to scroll through all of this. Yeah, that's going to take ages. I say as I continue to do it. It's not taking that long, actually. I just don't know if I'm missing any. Looking for like what you should be able to do is I'm typing in there now. These little boats here, there should be props that are separate from this, or generally they are in a lot of the assets. So if we had like probably this bigger one sitting next to the quay to look like it was kind of tied up next to the quay. But yeah, things are hard to find sometimes. That's a bar. That's a grill barbecue. We could have it's a marker, so that's where they appear. So we could have a whale tied up to the side of the quay. I don't know that would be something that many people would agree with, though. Yeah, I downloaded a whole bunch of graffiti to go on the side of some buildings and stuff, but apparently I need to. It's quite finicky, I think. I can't see them anywhere. We're almost at the end here. Interesting that they're not a separate prop. There might be kind of a mod that enables me to do it, but yeah. I think these look pretty good. Except for the people scaling the walls to get down to them. Right, so yeah, I just wanted to check. I think we'll... Where are we going to think of having this? Because I just need to, I guess, check the outside connections as well. So they're all around this area. Do these two not... That's weird. They both go... Oh no, that goes to that one. Okay. But they don't actually cross over. Which... Yeah, that's interesting. That means we're only getting one lot of outside connection in here. Oh yeah, so this is the hub here that we'll use. Has the ferry stop and the harbour together. I might actually just connect those together, I think, because it kind of seems silly that they wouldn't be attached. That one. Hopefully this doesn't break things. We'll do it out here. Extend that out so it's not quite as sharp. Oh, that ship just disappeared. Oh, these run out of raw materials as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know whether they are, when they talk about ore, I presume they're talking about like coal or something like that. Because yeah, it's weird that things would run out. So there's still apparently some under these ones, but that's slowly running out as well. Is this still profitable? I mean, I know that's going to go up and down, but we might need to add a couple more processing facilities in. Not much room here though, is there? Where else do we have ore? There's a lot of ore in the water. Oh, is that what that is actually? That's probably what that is, isn't it? Silly me. Yeah. Look at that. Grass back. Much better. Okay, well that's one problem solved. But yeah, where's the ore? Other than in the water. I mean, I guess unless we're going to employ a whole bunch of the ore boats, the ore's a little bit lacking out here as well, I suppose. Oh, this oil. Not sure we're going to be able to waste that with leaving that stuff there. Okay, well there are some options there for both of those things. It's hard kind of striking a balance between the realism and it just being a game. I mean, ultimately, I used to just play it with all of that turned to infinite. But having said that, you know, 100 years in, it's probably reasonable that that stuff would have disappeared. So I guess we'll run with it. So we've got glass, metals. What are we using a lot of here? Where are my factories? You need glue. You're running out of crops, are you? Well, that's strange. Do you have a silo near you? No, apparently not. That might be partly why. Plastic, petroleum, glass. Ah, okay. I don't know why I didn't put a silo here for you. For your crops. What was the other thing you needed? Glass. That's glass there. Okay. Let's find a... Oh, that's it there, isn't it? Okay. Where are you going? Exporting. Well, it's curious that it ran out. I wouldn't have thought it should, but... So we got glass required there. You need... What are you doing? You need metals. You don't need anything. Looks like we've got a relatively even spread, do we? There are a couple of unique factories I haven't put down yet. So maybe we'll just try and fit one of each in. And what's this one? Metals. Glass. And you've run out of material. Yeah, it's just because it has to import it. I suppose it's taking a little longer than it ideally would. I suppose I should add some extractors out somewhere for both oil and ore. Oh, this is quite big. What do you usually do, Nightmorphous? Do you use infinity ore and oil? Yeah. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Yeah, these are massive, massive factories. Yeah, that's what I'm having to do now, because yeah, it used to be ore under here, but I set it to disappear over time. I used Game Anarchy because the vanilla time is ridiculous. It takes like 20 years or less before it's depleted, but yeah, in reality it would take 100 or so years, I suppose. I should look into it, actually. I should figure out exactly how long it does take for these types of things to completely be gone, and then I can kind of try and match it a little bit better to that. And this is still causing problems here, and it is partly because they're all going through and U-turning. I just don't know how to fix that. They should just be able to go through. Maybe I should redraw this. See if that helps. It's apparently adding the node didn't help. Now no one's going into there. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I've got to redraw these things here. So yeah, I'll give that a little bit of time because some of them might be now forced to go in there. So I'll come back, but hopefully, yeah, this is backing right up here now. Didn't have these problems before this glitch, so it's frustrating when something like that comes along. Yeah. Ooh. It's heavier than normal. I'm going to turn that off. Sometimes it's better not to look. Right, so harbour. Oops, that's education. I think we need to go here, don't we? Oh. So that stayed the same. I do need to get a bit more population in here. I noticed at one point we've been at 106-ish thousand. Now we're back down to 103. Need to try and keep growing if we can. Right, so this I think should be relatively close to this area. And where are the ferry? The ferry goes over there. Okay. Yeah, I think probably in this kind of location. Maybe on the point here. Don't know how that's going to look with the road there. We can always adjust that. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it to look. We'll probably have to adjust the key a little bit. So, in fact, yeah, can I, what can I actually grab here? It's alright. And then over here, what do we got? That's not as bad. At least I don't have to adjust anything in the building, because no one's going to see that. Huh. Is that meant to do that? Wonder why it's done that. Is it trying to kind of curve around the... Looks like it is. That's weird. I mean, I quite like that, but it's just annoying that the road hasn't conformed to that. I guess we'll unlock the road and delete it anyway. Break everything. Right, so let's grab a nice fancy road so that people, when they first come here, they think the place is fancy at least. Just need to fix the terrain here. Looks like I've flattened this out over here. How does that look? Yeah, it's better. Interestingly, I haven't flattened it out over here, so I am going to have to deal with that. I suppose it's only a couple of meters, so it should be okay. So I guess this road just carries along the quay and joins up there. Now, wasn't there a trick that I found the other day that... Was it grid? Yeah. Yeah, if you just use grid only, kind of will automatically follow the key for you. But now I need to just come away a little bit. No, it doesn't like that. Stay on the ground. What's that snapping to? Is it just snapping to the side of the building? Maybe we come the other way here. It does want to snap to the side of the building, which is interesting. Let's see, they're two different buildings, I think. That's why it's bent it around like that. So it did have two locations there. I don't like that curve. This is better. I think your internet is shit tonight. You're having issues. Yeah, it doesn't say I'm dropping any frames or anything. Well, yeah. Nothing substantial that should affect that. You can lower the rate in which you're watching to make it not quite as taxing on your internet. That might help a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can line this up here. So I'll put, yeah, road guidelines on there. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, so if you, there's a way you can, oh, the park leveled up. Because you're on mobile, I think, so aren't you? So if you tap on the screen and click the little gearbox, there should be a way that you can lower that. It'll make everything slightly fuzzier, but it should enable you to at least not have any interruptions. Just choose like the next one down and see if that. I think I'm going out in 720p, depending on what Twitch is actually sending me out in, but it's set to 720p. But you can lower it down. I think 480 is the next one down. Is 480 the next one down? There might be one in between. Okay, that's good. I think there would be shops in front of this. So let's pop, and this might help with our electricity as well. We won't do a specialization, just like regular shops. Down to there. And what did I put here district-wise? Okay, so that finishes, oh, that's a park. So that finishes there. And then did I put any specialization on this one? Greek est salad. I'm probably butchering that. Hello to the land down under. Hello to... are you in Greece? In any case, hello from the land down under. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. You did that, and is that stopping it from being as choppy as it was before? Hopefully. Is it? Oh, it's probably Greek-est salad. Greekest salad. Yeah, brain engages eventually. But welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. I think this section is... No, that's just the regular district. Okay. And then this is... Yeah, this has got tourism and these large IT cluster buildings. That didn't help. You can put it further down. You can put it to, I think... well, the next one down would be 320? I think the next one down is. And then it's... I think there's 280 and then even like 160 if you wanted to. But yeah, things are going to be pretty fuzzy at that point. It could be the rain. Oh no, it didn't rain today though here, did it? So I don't know what would be causing that. So this is hopefully going to connect here. And actually, while I think of it, I might try and pop some residential down here somewhere as well. Over here. What is this? Is still just a tourist attraction building. I'm not sure I want to keep that there either. So I might leave that for now. And yeah, we'll just bring this down and probably connect it. And we'll upgrade that. I don't think we'll leave focus there either, because I don't. Right opposite the waste transfer facility. I have to use move it for that. Yeah, we might just do a bit of break up the grid here a little bit. And then we'll do a couple of little alleyways out the back here. Nice. Okay, then I can move these buildings around. So let's move Sol. Where we put that? Here. It should probably face this way though. Not great at the back there, is it? I suppose we'll have to zone. We'll zone that. And then, in fact, I'm surprised, is there no pollution out of those facilities? Not really. Okay. Surprised that it hadn't complained already about that. Let's move it over here. I might just turn snapping on to get this right in. How does that connect? Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to put it here, kind of in that corner there. Yep. And then I'm going to pop this building in here. Is that going to fit perfectly? I think it is. Yes. Nice. And then we'll grab some concrete. I wonder if the ploppable concrete will work for us here. The new ploppable concrete. Oh, it's quite big, isn't it? I think it's too big. So why don't we use paths? It's very, it's very big. I don't know. I guess because they've specifically made it for the airports, that's why they've made it so big. But it's kind of frustrating because it almost renders it kind of useless, unless you got kind of somewhere where you can hide it, hide the other part of it, which you won't always have. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? Because I connected those. Whoops. I need to, yeah, not connect those. Yeah, it's a shame, because it kind of just means you need to download the other ploppable concrete that has been on the workshop for ages anyway. Because, yeah, you can't use the vanilla one, which sucks for console players. Nice. I do like this Flatiron building. And I've actually been to the real thing in New York, which is fun. And we may as well have paths going across here. Okay, so that's going to be our basis for kind of this area. And we might have another taller building, maybe on this side of that road. and maybe even up here as well. We'll see. Looks like we need water down here though. Spectador, hi, how you doing? Is those buildings part of a CO DLC or third party from the workshop? All three of these ones are from the workshop. So this is Flatiron building, that's from New York. This is Focus Apartments, that's from the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And this one is the same, that's from the Gold Coast. Sol Tower, Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. Yeah, I love the unique shape of the Flatiron one, and it fits in like little pockets like this perfectly. It's a good little building. And yeah, I'll come back and do some detailing there later, either today or at another point. As we've probably discovered, I think we were discussing this a little bit last night as well. Very easy to get distracted in this game, so as the title suggests. So let's see what we've got here. We probably want... Do we want another path going across there? Probably, it's quite a big block. Pop a crossing in there as well. Let's turn the grid back on. And I might just move that node down. I don't know if this actually creates a... Oh, it does on this. Okay, cool. And yeah, we'll just line that up with the paths. Oh, it does some weird things. Okay. Do we need one here too? Probably just on that side. Assets packs like buildings or vehicles. Wonder why CEO doesn't do much more of them. Yeah, I guess... I mean, it is an interesting question, because they did the skyscraper one, which is quite a good one. And that's this one here. And it has a lot of really cool buildings from all around the world in it. Which actually I should use more of these, because there's a lot of them, and I would like to try and use kind of every building in the game in this city. So yeah, they certainly could use more buildings from around the world. I mean, these ones they've kind of changed the names of, and I don't know if they've kind of done that for copyright purposes or whether, you know, they're just trying to have a bit of fun or both. But they're all based on buildings from around the world. So yeah, having more buildings is always good for vanilla because of the console players. Look at Electronic Arts and Sims, they must have earned a fortune on that. Yeah, that's controversial though, isn't it? Because they're charging a lot for a lot of their packs, and people get cranky about that after a while. But yeah, that's capitalism. Right, so how noisy are we here? Hi Shane, how are you going today? Good to see you again. I'm tempted to make... I mean, Flatiron building, surely that's got to be an office, right? And I'm not doing that just to make it quieter, I promise. Okay, so service, office, generic. You're doing okay, about to have some lunch, so we'll be lurking. No worries, appreciate the lurk. Hope you have something tasty for lunch. But yeah, hope you're having a good one. So let's do 40 of those. And I mean, yeah, maybe 50 of those. Is that too many in this building now? Because this is going to be, I think it is, so I think we'll do 50 of each of these, and then we'll change that to 25. Change that to 25. That probably makes more sense. Save and apply. And now hopefully that's an office. Yes. Okay, and then we'll slot in some residential around here as well. I'll check how these turn out. Actually, I wonder. I was gonna see if I could. I might still do this. Let's try and use some of the new Brooklyn and Queens content creator pack in here. So let's pull out a district here. What? Why did I do that? Was I already going to do that? No, I don't know, but I think it's that one, because 20 is the, we found out that 20 is the Industrial Revolution pack. I don't remember why I put that district there. You guess if a price is too steep, people will get upset. Other than that, it's voluntary to buy asset packs or not. Maybe smaller packs and less costs would be a thing for City Skylines. Well, I mean, it kind of already is, right? Because when you compare what the Sims what EA charge for the Sims packs, and then compare that to what Paradox charge for all of the packs for this game, it's a substantial difference. And having said that, though, people still complain about this the packs in this game being too expensive. I don't think they are. I think they're quite reasonably priced, which is good, and I'm happy to pay what they charge for the content that they provide in those packs. So I think it's good, but yeah, I know a lot of people are unhappy with The Sims and EA because of the amount that they charge, and especially because a lot of the time things are broken. So yeah, I don't know, there's a fine line, but ultimately these companies are businesses and they have to make money, and with a already established game they have to make money by, you know, providing more content, which does work well if it's done right. Nightmorphus, you're off to lurk. No worries. Thanks for the lurk and thanks for popping in. Many people don't understand that to develop a game or asset will cost money to pay the developers. Some gamers want everything for free. That's very true. And it's very frustrating to see, especially for games like this where... oh, this hasn't... Is that... I think these are just regular buildings, aren't they? Yeah, games like this where everything is clearly gonna cost money to make, like you say, and they also do provide free updates pretty frequently, often with new content in it, as The Sims does. So, you know, when people are complaining, I don't know that they're necessarily thinking it all the way through, but I guess they just want to complain. It does appear that it is this one, so I wonder. Like, this just doesn't look like the same style, does it? Oh, you know what? I didn't press save, did I? No. Okay. Now it should be doing. Yeah, they're disappearing now. We'll help it along a bit here. But yeah, I do find it frustrating when I see people complaining about, oh, why, you know, they're bringing out another DLC to milk us for all our money and this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, as you say, Spectador, they don't have to buy it. It's up to them to buy it. It's not like they're saying you can't play the game unless you buy this DLC or this content creator pack or whatever it is. So ultimately it is up to them. Alison, hello. I remember you from the stream the other day. It was Brother Munro, wasn't it? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. And thanks for the follow. I can understand console players get mad when they're left out from having features or mods. Yeah, and you know, the workshop in this game is such a vital part of it that it is rough for console players, I would say. So having the more things they can include in the vanilla game, the better. And it is good to see them trying to do that. I saw you on and knew I had to follow you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hi. It's good to see you. Good to see you here. But yeah, this is our city here. We're a fair way in, but you know, the aim is to fill out the whole map, so we've got a fair way to go with that, which is good. The more to do, the better, right? So yeah, it's quite sprawling at the moment, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's working for now. So we've just put in some of the new pack buildings from the new pack, the Brooklyn and Queens content creator pack, and seeing how they're growing out. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Put a lot of hours into this one already, so yeah, we'll keep zoning out a little bit more residential here. Consoles is so inexpensive compared to PC these days that it'd be tempting if it wasn't for the limitations. Yeah, certainly. But I guess, you know, there's a reason for those limitations. The reason consoles are more inexpensive is because they can't handle big cities like this, or rather modded cities like this, I suppose is a better way to put it. They can handle big vanilla cities, but that's kind of what their limitation is, I guess. So it does make sense in that way, but as we're saying, the more stuff they can put into the vanilla game for those console folks, the better. These are nice models as well. They might look like they do need a bit of graffiti action, though, which I have downloaded some more graffiti from JFC85, who pops in every now and then, but he does stuff on the workshop as well. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Lunchtime. Thanks for the lurk, JFC. Yeah, I downloaded your, I think it's pack 6 today. Yeah, thanks for those. They look great. Consoles can install from the cloud, like the games itself, so maybe asset DLCs is more political decision than hardware limitation. Maybe I don't see what their reason behind limiting the consoles from the workshop would be. I think it's probably more that Sony and Xbox can't control what goes on the workshop. To me, that seems like it's what's causing the problem, I suppose. I know that's the case with Minecraft, when, you know, with Bedrock, that particular part of it is limited in what you can do with it, because they're limiting what you can mod the game with by their own. They don't call it a workshop; they call it something else, but marketplace, I think they call it. So yeah, you could argue that they're just trying to make money from that, which, you know, they certainly are. But also, I think you'll find that when you have Sony and PlayStation not being able to control what's on their platform, i.e. the workshop, if the workshop were on their platform in one form or another, they leave themselves liable to getting sued. And they're just not going to do that. So they're just going to say, no, we're not going to allow you to have a workshop, basically. These are cute, but it'd be nice if there was a couple of different models. I mean, I suppose those two are different. The detail, though, in some of these is really good. Look at those curtains in there. And the little pots up the side. Even like little toiletries in the window up there. Wow. Yeah, these are really nice models. And then for anyone who missed out the other day, I don't know what this fog is. I think it might be the dynamic weather. I did turn the dynamic weather on the other day. It's MDU. Not as many toiletries as you. It looked like just the one thing, didn't it? Yeah, over here we put the Industrial Revolution stuff over here. And we made a lot of these ones historical so that they would level up but still stay the same. Because I love the look of these brick facades. Yeah, these are really nice models as well. Again, quite a lot of detail. And I love this little detail at the back here. To the point where we've got this dingy little laneway here. With all of the stuff that's been left out the back. Half broken dumpsters and everything. Yeah, really cool. And then when they level up, they look like this. So these are some of the level 2 ones. Have we got any level 3s yet? Probably, maybe not. I don't really give my industrial areas as much love as I probably should. Why would they get sued? If it's an agreement between Sony and developing company, what can and or can't be placed on a workshop? I think the problem is they don't know what people are going to upload to said workshop. And, you know, I know there probably aren't as many children playing this game as, say, there would be in Minecraft or something. But you never know what someone's going to upload and whether that's going to be suitable for the entire audience that plays the game. And then if something isn't suitable, that's where the problems can come in. And then on top of that, they've, which, you know, the next thing is probably not as relevant because it's part of the workshop problem as well. They'll also get people complaining, you know, to Xbox saying my game isn't working because of XYZ, and that always causes problems for the developer when it's not actually their fault. So that's probably part of it as well. Sony and Xbox don't want people telling them that they're having issues with their game or their console when it's actually a third-party mod that's causing the problem, or a third-party asset that's causing the problem. Sounds like solution to that could be filtered by the developer, verified content only, pushed by the devs. Yeah, that could be a way around it. And again, you know, that would be up to Sony and Xbox as to whether which is actually Microsoft, remember. So that would be up to those two companies as to whether they wanted to go with that. That would be harder work for the devs though, because they're the ones that are actually going to have to ultimately approve things, and then, you know, they're probably going to end up having to employ someone to do that. We're running out of heat. So whether I might start moving these over the other side here to get them away from the oil. So yeah, whether Paradox and CO or you know, the flip side of it, someone like Minecraft, and remember Minecraft is also owned by Microsoft now, which is kind of ironic. whether game developers and studios are going to want to be bothered to put all of that effort into it, which, you know, is effectively something that they don't really get any benefit from. That's probably a question as well. There's one method you have seen used by other games, which is, I presume you mean shit there, probably would limit what's available though. What's that? I mean, it's difficult. I feel like if there was a way around it, Microsoft would have probably come up with it already in terms of for Minecraft specifically, because that's, you know, looking at the moment like that's the biggest game in the world, and they haven't figured out a way around it. Again, you could argue that they're not really putting much effort into figuring it out because they're making money off it, which they certainly are. They're making money off the marketplace, which doesn't give them much incentive to but change the way anything's working. It's a site that's cross-platform, but would probably be limited to assets. Yeah, see, again, the question would be who pays for that site, and how is that site moderated? How do they figure out what things pass and what don't? And a lot of games have this problem, like The Sims 4 has this problem as well, because it's people mod that game and they're not, you know, the Sims 4 and EA don't take any responsibility for any of those mods. So it's not unique to City Skylines, but the unfortunate fact is that everything comes back down to money. And developers don't want to spend money. The companies like Microsoft and EA and all of those, they don't want to spend money either. So it kind of leaves this weird grey area in amongst everything. Games like City Skylines seem quite popular on PC, so I guess they be also similar popular on consoles, with cost of console being 10th of the good PC these days. Sony and Microsoft probably sell many more consoles. Yeah, and it always, as I said, that it always comes back to money. So Microsoft and Sony and EA as well, they need to see a fiscal benefit in whatever they're doing. And if they don't see that, unfortunately, they won't do it. They won't carry on with whatever it is that people are asking for. Even if it seems like it would be super popular, they're just not going to do it because it's not going to make them money. So money is evil, like we didn't know that. Lol. Yeah, it's that old thing, right? It's not so much the money, it's the want of money that's evil. Money by itself is just a tool that we use to kind of make society work in some ways. Because if it wasn't for cash money, we'd be using something else, which is what's happened forever. It's the love of money that is the problem. Capitalism, baby, I think is one thing that some people say. Yeah, that's right. The shells are generally much nicer looking. And you know, back in the day as well, people used to just trade jobs for jobs, right? So if you're a carpenter and you can build a house, well, you do that, and then I don't know, if I'm a fisherman or something like that, well, I'll supply you with some fish if you build my house. That's how it used to kind of all work. So there wasn't money, it was just all bartering. But then I suppose what happened was that people saw value in other things, and that's when trading kind of started. But capitalism has certainly ruined a lot of things. So these two joined. I think they are. So let's run. That's probably a really silly way to do it, is it? Can I do it? No, that's alright. Let's use this other section here, and yeah, we'll just bring this down and around as well, I think. Is that not? Doesn't seem like it's snapping. But snapping's on. That's weird. Is that working? No, it's not. Ah, there we go. Doesn't want to snap there. I guess because it's not a node, but anyway. This could be quite a controversial ferry line right across all the ship paths. Oh, why are they doing that? That's strange. That can't be quicker. Okay, so we are actually using every ferry here. I wonder how busy this line is going to be. Let's see. What are we up to here? We're up to purple, really, aren't we? And what's happening? Are there lots of people? No. It's starting to build up, isn't it? Where are they going? Cannot see where they're going. For a while you've been looking for a PC to play Cities on. Then they announced City Skylines 2, so now you're eager to see what the PC requirements for that are. Yeah, fear it will be silly expensive. Well, you know, theoretically it should be... I mean, yeah, it's probably going to be... You're probably still going to need a pretty powerful PC, I would imagine. But theoretically, things have come a long way since they released this game. So you kind of hope that it's going to be manageable to some degree. But yeah, it's hard to... Oh my goodness. What is happening? It's hard to imagine that it's gonna, be possible to play it with any, like similar to this, with any mods or anything like that on a potato. I thought that outside connection mod was meant to help with all of this. At least they're full, I suppose. Why are you having garbage issues? Is there traffic somewhere? Oh, it's just sending a garbage truck from the other side of the map. That's why. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't think, and obviously I'll wait to see what happens with City Skylines 2 before I say this for 100%, but I may not stop playing City Skylines 1, and people might not want to stop playing this game entirely. I guess it will just depend on what City Skylines 2 brings, but you could probably assume that if you've got a PC powerful enough to play City Skylines 2, that it should also play this game. the outside connection mod basically makes them wait longer at the connection to become full. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily stop them from sending ridiculous amounts of them. Like I said, yeah, I'm happy that they're full at least. How's it going over here? Yeah, I mean, that seems to be working well over here. We don't have these backups anymore. So that's good. Good shout. Although, yeah, this guy, he's breaking the trend. I suppose, though, if they're waiting X amount of time, like say they double the amount of time that they wait, they still might not fill up entirely, so that makes sense. Here, good computers cost like €3,000 to €7,000. Monitor is extra. Yeah, I think this PC over the time, I think I dropped around probably 4,000 Australian dollars on it over you know, probably over about a year, because I had a one that wasn't as good, and then I got that one swapped over to this one, so a lot of the parts that were in this one were from that original one. So yeah, you know, to get a really powerful PC that's going to do the job, they're not cheap, that's for sure. No question about that. But you know, if you're not, if that's what you enjoy doing, and you know, gaming is something that you really enjoy and that's one of your passions, then you save up to spend money on things that are your passion. So that's okay. It's a lot of money to play a game or two, especially when it looks like Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, I built this PC specifically to play City Skylines. That's why I wanted it, and it is, you know, it's made specs wise, it's for City Skylines. But yes, it plays Minecraft very, very well. Let's put it that way. So, as you're kind of alluding to, you can play Minecraft on almost any PC, even, you know, laptops and stuff. H2O Queen, how are you doing? I'm going well, thank you. I'm going well. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Good, thanks. Yeah. Good to hear. Good to hear. Your day is almost over. So is mine. There's only an hour and 20 minutes or so. Then PS5 costs like €500, Fraction, and play City Skylines. Yeah, but as we were saying before, it plays it in vanilla only, and you can't add any mods or assets. But, and I think I've heard City Planner Play kind of mention this, in that the good thing about that is that you know what you're going to get each time. Same time zone? Yeah, I would have, that sounds about right. Eastern seaboard of Australia, Sydney to be specific. Yeah, so you know, with the vanilla game, whether it's on PC or console, you know what you're going to get, and especially on console, it's, you know, you're not going to have too many problems likely, whereas, you know, we know what this game can be like after an update. Once again, kudos to all of the mod creators, how quickly they get things done, but yeah, things break, so that doesn't happen on console or vanilla. You bought SimCity 4 today for $3 instead of $30. That's pretty good. That's a very good saving. The EA are having a special at the moment on Steam, and I actually picked up Sims 3 the other day, and I bought the game. The base game is still $30 like SimCity 4, but I got pretty much every single Sims 3 pack for, it was like $160 or something, Australian dollars, which is, yeah, pretty cheap. You think it's the deluxe edition too? You still have the original box for SimCity 4. You know I do as well. I have the box somewhere in this room, but I also own SimCity 4 on Steam. I haven't played it. I don't think it's even installed on this computer actually, but I do have it in my Steam library, but I haven't played it for years. Have you ever played City Skyline H2O Queen? We should probably fill out some of this a little bit more too. Is this still... No, okay. So this will be regular commercial. Oh, I like this little skyline that's kind of built up here. This is kind of cool. Little hotel in there. Probably need a couple more hotels. You stopped playing after 2015 when you switched over PCs and was thinking your game files will be gone. Yeah, if you didn't back those up, they would be gone, unfortunately. But or save them on the cloud in this game. It does have that option. But you know, there's always new maps, new challenges. Now, what I've realised here is we don't actually have any public transport down here yet, so maybe we should look at that as well. It is sad to lose your old cities though, isn't it? What public transport do we want down here? So we've got over the road metro down here. I was kind of thinking to bring that down and through. It's quite finicky though. So maybe not. Maybe we do underground along with some buses. I do like to see the things moving around and that, but sometimes you have to just make things work, right? So we definitely would probably want to stop here. Oh, is that going to work though, so close? We might need to bring a road back here. We probably need a road through here at some point anyway, because this is, yeah, getting quite big now, the gap. So let's just pop a road through here. Let's get that on the ground. And we might just run a little alleyway through the back there. Wow, that's a lot of cars going into the city. Is that causing chaos? Oh, that's all raised up. It's not really what I was looking for. No, we're still at 70, so that's all right. Shane, you've got to go and sort out other things. Bye all and enjoy the rest of the stream. Well, thank you for popping in again, and yeah, hopefully you can sort your stuff out. We'll see you next time. Looks like most DLCs is available on Xbox console, and game is available through Xbox Pass for $15 per month. Not a bad deal. Is that oh, you're talking about Sims 3? Yeah, because they're having, the EA are having a sale, but I wasn't sure if that was just on, oh, City Skylines, right? Yeah, because they're doing, I think when they release these new packs, they started that sale. which is great. Yeah, it enables people to catch up if they don't have some of the older packs. Which, to be honest, I mean, I have all of them, and I don't think there's a pack that I regret buying. So they're all pretty good. I don't know if that makes sense to be here. I guess if we can get a path through here somewhere. It's just weird if it's like the tunnel is under the water already before it's even gone anywhere. That's why I don't think it makes sense to be here. Oh, that's not too bad though, is it? Is it gonna go over there? I mean, maybe. Let's try there. Let's see if we can get a path through here. JFC, you're back. Welcome back. Actually, let's go across just one here. Try and get that path through there. I did actually put one of your graffitis in. Where did I put it? Over here. Oh yeah, it was on the new one of the new hotels, I think. Here. But I still haven't learnt how to procedural object, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So I just put that on there to test. But they're cool. Okay, where were we? Over here. Distraction. I think we can squeeze a path through here, can't we? No. What if I do that and then do this? Oh, it's just too far away, I think. One day you have to make a short video on how PO works in relation to the murals. Yeah, that would help. I just haven't had the time to look into how it works yet. But if you anarchy the path, would it work? It would. I'm just being a bit fussy with it. It will work, and I can just turn collision off rather, and it will work. But I think that will work as is now, though. I just didn't want to delete buildings. I don't know if we'll wait. I mean, there's nothing for them to do over here yet, so I don't know one's going to be using it anyway. But yeah, let's hook this up, I suppose. You learn PO by adding murals constantly, and then began looking into other things in the mod. I have heard that it can be a bit of a rabbit hole type of mod. So sounds dangerous. Has that been your experience with it? I guess we just follow the road here. I mean, we could always add in another stop here when we develop out here a little bit more. You've seen a few having more than 100k, wow, sorry, 10k PO objects, but the frame rate was like 1 frame per 5 seconds. Yeah. He made all Rivendell from LOTR. Yeah, right. Yeah, this game can be framey at the best of times, can't it? So you can imagine when you're having that many objects in it, it's gonna cause problems. Oh, what I didn't put here was a pedestrian crossing. So let's do that. Oh, it's there. Oh, your Lord of the Rings is what that stands for, isn't it? I was like, oh, what's LOTR? I haven't actually watched Lord of the Rings. Is that bad? Is that something that I shouldn't admit? That's 100% what most people hope. The new City Skylines 2 will have much better performance. Yep, definitely. Much discussed performance. City Skylines doesn't seem to benefit so much from better graphic card than it does from better CPU. Yeah. Yeah, because ultimately the graphics kind of are what they are, aren't they? In this game, you can certainly add mods to help, but yeah, I don't know that there's any. Yeah, I was going to say RAM as well. I had 16 gigabytes of RAM and upgraded this PC to 32. It just enables you to have more mods and assets, but the CPU is important as well. I don't really want to clog this up, but yeah, this is kind of our hub here, isn't it? I guess it's not that clogged at the moment, so I am very worried that it's going to become very clogged up, though. I think as long as I make this one of sharing with the blue line, that should work, because then they're just waiting for each other to come out from the same direction. But yeah, I mean, hopefully City Skylines 2 will be it will be definitely more optimized than this, but again, it probably depends on, you know, what they're hoping to achieve out of the game in terms of performance and all that type of thing. What everything's going to be like in the game. From looking at it, it looks like it's going to be quite realistic, which means that it's probably going to be pretty full on with the requirements again. Let's go dark here. Let's do black. Yeah, that seemed to work alright. Okay. Now, are they using this path? Hold on, what? Oh, that was a tree. I thought it was a bunch of people waiting there. I don't know if they can use this path. I might just draw it in with collision off. I don't know why I'm being so precious about two random generic commercial buildings anyway, but still. You only get recommended 64 gigabytes memory in shops here, minimum 32. Cost difference is minimum. Yeah. When I built this PC, it was what are we, 23? Yeah, it's probably like 6 or 7 years ago. So I don't know if they were, you know, back then, whether that made a difference. Crazy, like when I look at the external hard drives these days and they're like 2 terabytes and stuff. I can remember back in the day having like I don't know, it's probably like something megabyte external hard drive, which is nuts. I would like to try and get some more hotels here, because we haven't really done any of that today. No, we're still not in the best place. So shopping, what's this one again? Shopping and business. So we do need to get a bit more office going on in here. Bought your current in May 2020. In July, you expanded from 32 to 64 gigabytes. Completely different game since then. I've been very, very tempted to go up to 64, but I've just at the moment stuck with the 32. I mean, I experienced a similar thing from 16 to 32. Was amazing. Like the mod capability was incredible in the difference. So I was very pleased I did it. And as you say, Spectador, the price nowadays in the difference in those types of things it's not that bad anyway. So it's definitely worth upgrading if you can. Might drag this industry out here. Not industry, district. Because what we've got set up here is we have IT cluster, just to kind of mix things up a little bit with the Skyline. H2O Queen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. More RAM will also help with more assets. Yeah, that's what I found. I went from, struggling with maybe 500 assets or something to being able to have like 1,500 assets, even up to 2,000 I think I had in one city. So yeah, you can get more variation on buildings, cars and so on. Yeah, very confused by the AMD or Intel choices they give you. I'm not the person to ask about that. I don't know. I have no idea. JFC might know. Do you know much about the differences? Welcome, you are. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I want this is cool. I like that tall one. The one I'm actually after that I don't seem to be getting is no, where do I have IT? It's over here. I'm aware that I could just plop it. Yeah, this one here is the one I'm looking for. This cool design with the geometric shapes. And apparently there's two right next to each other there, which isn't ideal, but yeah, it's still not giving me what I want. Not much into AMD and Intel. Usually an Intel guy, and has been since you had the huge issues with an AMD processor back in the mid 2000s. Yeah, I can't even remember what